Welcome back, family, to Family Still Matters. I'm Deborah, and we are about to study our Psalms, and we are about to review our questions in Psalm 63, and then we're going to cover Psalms. We're going to be reading Psalm 64 today, okay? Last week, our questions for Psalm 63, question number 1: where was David when he wrote the Psalms? David was in the desert of Judah. Question number 2: what does David say is better than life? He said God's love, and God is better than life. Question number 3: how does David describe his soul in verse number 8? David says his soul clings to God, and God's right hand upholds him. Isn't that awesome? That is so awesome. Oh boy, God's word is so wonderful. All right, let's start reading Psalm 64 in the NIV. Hear me, my God, as I voice my complaint. Protect my life from the threat of the enemy. Hide me from the conspiracy of the wicked, from the plots of evildoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim cruel words like deadly arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent. They shoot suddenly without fear. They encourage each other in evil plans. They talk about hiding their snares. They say, who will see it? They plot injustice and say, we have devised a perfect plan. Surely the human mind and heart are cunning, but God will shoot them with his arrows. They will suddenly be struck down. He will turn their own tongues against them and bring them to ruin. All who see them will shake their heads in scorn. All people will fear. They will proclaim the works of God and ponder what he has done. The righteous will rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. All the upright in heart will glory in him. May God add a blessing to the reading of his word. Now, today, I would like for you to go a little step further beyond the questions that I give you this time. I want you to start meditating and going back over the scriptures. We just read Psalm 64. This week, I want you to read it, and I want you and your parents to ask questions about it. What's being said? All of those little verses, who's being spoken to? What are they speaking about? Start asking your own questions and seeking your own answers. And if there are answers that you or your parents can't answer, then send it to me. Put it in the comments and we'll discuss it on the next video. Okay, Psalm 64. David's prayer for protection from people who plot evil against him. He describes how the wicked use their words like arrows to wound others. But David doesn't take revenge himself. He trusts that God will turn the plans of the wicked back on them. This psalm reminds us that God sees injustice and will defend his people. Our memory verse for this week is Psalm 64 and 7. It says, but God will shoot them with his arrow. They will suddenly be struck down. Now, the definition, we're going to go over the word, 3 words. The first word is conspire. You probably know what that is. To conspire is to join together secretly with someone to do harm intentionally. To conspire is for you and someone to join together secretly to do harm to someone intentionally. I do not want any of you that are listening to me, that are studying God's word, that want to be righteous and want to live holy and want to please God. I do not want you conspiring to do evil. Because you can conspire to do things, but to conspire in this sense is to seek to do harm intentionally. Arrows. What are arrows? Arrows are weapons used in battle. Here is a symbol for harmful words. So when people speak bad words, that's why you have to watch what you say out of your mouth, because they're like arrows. They either create or they destroy. Plots. Plots are evil plans or schemes against others. Our questions for Psalm 64. Question 1. What do the wicked use like arrows in this Psalms? Question number 2. How does David respond to the plots against him? Question number 3. What happens to the wicked in the end? Words can cut deep. People can say things to you and it'll just cut through your bones and hurt deeply. Sometimes those words can hurt worse than actions. It can be worse than someone striking you if they say the words that could just cut through you. As a teen, know how hurtful gossip, rumors, or online comments can be. Psalm 64 reminds us that while people may use their words like arrows, God defends his children. You don't have to fight every battle with your own words. Sometimes the wisest move is to pray and let God handle it. Do you guys hear me? Please hear me. Know that you don't have to fight every battle with your own words, going at someone tit for tat, word for word. The wisest move is to pray and let God handle it. He will bring justice, even when it feels like the lies are winning. Know that. Thank you again so much for joining me here at Family Still Matters. And I hope and pray that this lesson encourage you, your family, and your friends. And if you enjoyed it and you know a family or friend that needs to learn about God, share it and leave a comment. May God richly bless you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless.